is a trap. Sibia obiyo adie na umfa ncheno.
Offense is a trap.
It's a trap.
Wow.
That keeps us from entering our next level.
Hey, offense, it to me keeping to your next level.
Yes.
Offense, it to me keeping yameba to the next level.
Yeah.
Emudo.
Emma nyame bano nyame mbane nko bebi a nyame epese omoko.
Emme nyame ma endru bebi nyame pese odo omudru.
Yeah. Usually no who say anytime you been your breakthrough no. Anytime we get towards our breakthrough no, the devil causes us to be offended. The offense becomes the major and one of the last stops upon something preventing many people from entering a next level.
Wow.
Names identify you.
Names
in every
identify
aspect of life.
Wow.
Enti ye di free Awurade Nyankopon ba say adom so a was say I am. Was say menne. It is a uka we kire events of Pharaoh on to me nyina nkasa memfa Israel ma. Eye dan a obe dispose Israel. It is the name of God that is a strong tower. Bible says that the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runs into
the righteous.
Eti ye wodi bi wo no mama eda wo baso a ye no me.
Eda wo baso a ye no me.
Edi so wo na da wo baso a ye nhira. Edi bi da wo so a etimi bie kwan ma wo. Edi bi so da wo so a etimi de no me na ba wa bra bom.
Na je say go meti wase a edi hu hia pa.
I'm telling you.
Ti wo choose dia.
Yes, I was so
choose it wisely.
Wisely. And to
say yes, you did chrono.
Ya fefedi amount. O papa di amount. I was so to me pass it. Edi papa di amount. Edi ama me di amount. Now we can Jabez ho asem. Jabez die ohunu se die koso enye
bibi nkwa yie.
Me ma me na ato me din.
Me ma me na ato me din.
It is a sa I was me kom na me hwehwe Awurade. Esan se edi afiri Awurade Nyankopon ba se yi adom. E na ye din asesa nipa. Eti Jabez kwa Awurade anem.
Na se igo meto wase a ne ma me didi na ma no. Ba ne ma me edi no ho hwea enye yie. Ade Awurade pe. Oh my God.
To everyone, you are warmly welcome once again to Health Talk on Promise City TV. My name is Abigail Kwe, your host for tonight. If today is the first time you are joining us, once again, you are warmly welcome. This is Promise City TV. It's a Christian channel, and it has a lineup of activities to help you in your Christian walk, but then we don't leave out your health. And that is why on every Sunday at 4 p.m. right here on this channel, we have Health Talk, where we discuss issues concerning your health and to educate you and incite you about it. Okay, so today we're going to discuss about the eye, specifically refractive error. If some of you may be privileged to know, just the past week we had the Ghana Optometric Association celebrating the refractive error week. It started on the 29th of June and ended yesterday, which was the 4th of July. And we are privileged to have an optometrist with us this afternoon to help us understand. So if you missed any of the discussion or the notice that went about concerning this topic, don't be disturbed at all. We are right here to educate you on that, and we have the right person with us today in the studio. So don't go anywhere, just sit back, relax, and also invite someone. So kindly share the link with family, friends to join and be part of this program. I would also love to hear from you, know who you are or where you are listening from across the country or across the world. So kindly send me a text in the comment section and I will gladly acknowledge that. So once again, you are welcome. This is Promise City TV, and it's a subsidiary of Promise Land Faith Ministry, a great ministry which is located right here in Tema, Community 1, behind the Goil Filling Station. And the general overseer and founder of this great ministry is no other person than our very own Apostle Mrs. Bernice Ajiman Prempe. Mami, thank you so much for always giving us this opportunity, especially for this health talk to be running on this channel. We are grateful for that. As we go along or as we wrap up for today's session, I'll tell us more about the other activities that come up on this channel. So without wasting much time, let us quickly go into our topic for today. As I mentioned earlier, we're talking about refractive error. And today we want to join our voice to that of the Ghana Optometric Association to discuss refractive error. Their theme for this year is Eyes on the Future, Refractive Error Correction Today, Success Tomorrow. And I'm privileged to have Dr. Isaac ASRIFI with me today in the studio. He's not new, but he's a wonderful person we always love to have on our channel. And he always honors our invitation. So, Doc, you are welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. So today we're going to talk about refractive error. When we talk about the eye, usually when it comes to the conditions, we hear of glaucoma, we hear of cataracts. We've had you discuss glaucoma with us, but hardly do we hear about refractive error. Well, the word is not new to me as a physicist. We hear of refractive error, but as a condition of the eye, it's rare to hear about it. So it's really a privilege for us to have you discuss this with us today. And I believe my listeners are going to learn a lot about it. So we can dig right into this. So when we say refractive error, can you help us understand that?
All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And then I want to extend my greetings to your cherished viewers and listeners. I know a great number of people are following us today just to enjoy the education that we're going to put out there.
Okay.
So let me go straight to the point, but I'll try as much as possible to practicalize it and then make it so simple for our audience to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, so so refractive error basically just means that, so when you break them down, so we have probably refraction, and then we have error. Or disorder, or abnormality, or anomaly. Yeah, so all these things are just semantics, trying to let people understand it. So one can say refractive error or refractive anomaly. Okay. Yeah, so they all just mean the same thing. So refraction just means that when light moves from one medium to another medium, because they are not of the same indices, so the light tends to what? Bend. Yeah, so that's what basically means by refraction. Now, in the eye, we have refractive surfaces. Okay, so we have the cornea, we have the lens, and then there are two other water content in the eye. That is the aqueous humor and then the vitreous humor.
I don't think we should ever forget that.
So it means that when light from the external environment, okay, traverse the eye, so you go through the cornea, which is the first barrier between the eye and then the environment. So because the light is moving from air to eye, it tends to bend. So that's refraction.
Okay.
Yes. And then when it moves from the cornea again to the lens, because it's a different tissue, the light again tends to bend. So it keeps on doing this until it hits the retina. So if your camera can capture this.
Okay.
So
you have an eye with us.
Yeah, so this is basically the cornea.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the cornea.
So everyone has this.
Everyone has this. It's very, very transparent and very, very clear. Okay. But then we, the blacks, you look at everyone in the eye, it appears to be dark. Yeah, but it's just that it's the pigment and then the people that are showing through, giving it that appearance. But it's very, very transparent. So the light will have to go through this transparent glass. And then from there, it has to go through another structure here we call the crystalline lens.
Okay.
Yes. So this is the water that I was talking about, the vitreous.
Vitreous, okay.
And at the end of it all, the lens also bends the light so that it can hit the retina for us to see.
Okay.
Yeah. So if this is not happening as we expect it, then we say that there is an error
in the refraction, the bending of light into the eye.
So basically, the light, when it goes through the eye, it should be able to bend the light such that its incidence on the retina, directly on the retina.
Okay.
But in some patients, I hope you will get there, but I want to say this. In some patients, you will see that the light does not, when it go through the eye, it does not get to the retina. It means that there's something wrong. There's an error. There's a disorder. There's an anomaly. So we have to find out, what is causing this. So basically, refractive error just means that when light goes to the eye and it does not incident on the retina, causing blurred vision.
Okay. So refractive error is basically blurred vision.
Yes, blurred vision.
Okay. All right. So now, what are some of the things that will cause the light not to bend properly and hit the retina?
Yeah, so that is, you are taking me to the etiology of of refractive errors. So
maybe we can touch on that briefly, not going to
so much into it. So one of the things that can cause the light not to fall directly on the retina is the cornea. Okay, depending on how steep it is, power is dependent on the curvature. How structures are curved determines their power or their strength. So if you have a cornea that is so steep, it means that the light, when it goes through the eye, will bend either more or less. And then when it bends more or less, it's either the light is falling just in front of the retina, or it goes beyond the retina.
It doesn't hit the target.
Yes, so it doesn't hit the target. That is one etiology.
Okay.
Another thing too is that when the eyeball tends to be longer than normal, so the cornea can have a normal curvature.
Okay.
The lens too can have a normal curvature, but here the problem is that the eyeball, the length of the eyeball, which is the axial length. So this one we're talking about axial etiology. So the length of the eyeball tends to be either longer or shorter than normal.
Okay.
And a normal length of the eyeball is expected to be around 24 millimeters. Yeah, so in some patients you could have, or some people, if the eyeball tends to be shorter than the 24 millimeters, it means that the light is not going to fall exactly on the red, but it's going to be beyond. So if you have another person whose axial length or length of the eyeball is longer than the 24 millimeters, again, it means that the light is going to fall in front of the retina, but not directly on the retina. Yes. Okay. There are other types too, other causes.
Okay.
That is, if the lens here becomes opaque, or there's cataract, specifically the nuclear cataract, or there's nuclear sclerosis, which makes the crystalline lens thicker than normal. So these people can also experience what? Short-sightedness. Okay. Yes, they can also experience short-sightedness. And then the other one that is as a result of aging, that is presbyopia. So they also become more of short-sightedness. But I believe that we'll delve more into it.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, having explained or given us an overview of the causes, none of them are as a result of the patient or the person himself. They are all, how do I term it?
I think those factors it's more or less you don't have control over them.
You don't have control, should I say non-modifiable? You don't have control over them.
Yes.
It occurs naturally. So it's not the fault of the patient.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Of the individual.
Or the individual, sorry. Let me not term them as patients. Okay. All right. So now, can we look at the various types of refractive errors?
All right. So basically, we have 4 types.
Okay.
Now, the one that is common, and as clinicians that we normally see, is the myopes. So when it's a myopes, other names are short-sightedness or nearsightedness or myopia.
Okay.
Yeah, so all this just means that
That's a common name.
yeah, that's a common name. So short-sightedness. So this one just means that with the individual, when things are afar, they have problem seeing. They have blurred, distant vision. But then when things are closer,
They're able to see.
they're able to see. So that's the first one. And with them, it means that when the light goes through the various refractive surfaces that we talk about, that's the cornea and the lens. When the light goes through this, media, the light does not fall directly on the retina. It falls in front of the retina. So giving them a blurry, distant vision. That's those with the short-sightedness. And then we have long-sightedness, which is hyperopia or hypermetropia or far-sightedness.
Okay.
They are all the same. So with these individuals too, what happens is that the light falls beyond the retina. So with them, they have problem. They can see from far, but their problem is that they cannot do near work for a long time. So they tend to have blurry vision when things are closer to them, and they have to deal with it.
Okay.
Yes. So the third one is astigmatism. Yes, astigmatism. So with that one, it means that the cornea has different powers on the cornea. So when the light goes through the cornea, it does not allow focused image to be formed, or you don't have a common focal point for the light. So the light tends to what? Scatter. It spreads. So giving them blurry vision, both distance and near. So for them, they experience blurry vision, both distance and near. That is with astigmatism. The fourth one is presbyopia.
Okay.
And this is age-related. So normally, people from 40 years going, they tend to experience the fact that they have difficulty reading when writings are smaller.
Okay.
Or some of them who are seamstress and tailors, they will tell you that they cannot pass the thread.
Can't thread the needle.
Yes, they can't thread the needle. They can't thread the needle. Things that they could formerly do it.
Now it's difficult.
Now it's difficult for them to do it. What others tend to do is that they tend to push the reading material far from them. That is one sign to pick up. Or they may want to throw more light on whatever they are doing,
to see.
so that they can, do it very well. So these are the four types that we have.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Doc. Let me see if I have any comments or questions in there. Okay. I think there's a shout out to you from Odro Jemfi Kennedy. Says, wow, Dr. ASRIFI. Thank you, Mr. Odro, for joining us. Let's continue to like and share the program for others to also join and learn. So we're talking about refractive errors, and Doc just took us through what it means and the various types. We have let me just go with the common names, the nearsightedness, and then the far sightedness, then astigmatism,
Yes.
and then presbyopia.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
presbyopia.
good. I remembered everything. There's a good refresher course for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ended with the presbyopia with one of the symptoms, some of the symptoms that they are not able to tread. If you used to tread needles easily, now it becomes difficult, or you have to throw more light on writings or inscriptions to be able to see it clearly. You've also touched on the astigmatism, the blurriness. That's whether it's far or near.
Yeah.
They are not able to see it clearly.
Yeah.
So with these symptoms, what else will prompt you to know that, okay, this is what's going on with me and I need to check up on it? How far should you wait? How long should you wait before you go in for a checkup?
Okay. Thank you very much. You've brought up a very important area to discuss. That is, being able to tell exactly what is going on, so that when you see these signs from your ward or from your child, then it means that there's something wrong, and definitely you might send him or her to see an optometrist.
Okay.
So the first thing is that we want to deal with myopia. That's a short-sightedness. Now, you realize that when your child wants to, you are watching telly, and then your child would always have to get closer to the telly, to the screen, to see well. So this is an indication that you must send your child to the eye clinic for assessment.
Okay.
Now, your class teacher also brings complaints that whenever your child writes from the board, he writes things that are not right. So everything that he's writing, he's making mistakes. So this is an indication that your child is not seeing well from the board. And of course, you must send him or her to the eye clinic for assessment. Again, some of the children also complains of headaches a lot. They tend to have headaches. It's not their fault. Some of them, they don't like learning, because immediately they pick the book learning, after 30, 40 minutes, they are tired. And this is because they are accommodating a lot. They are straining the eye, they are putting in more effort, and they cannot sustain it for a long time. Remember, these are muscles that are also helping the eye to see. And if they are doing a lot of contractions, it means that at a point there will be fatigue. And when that one sets in, it results in headaches. So usually there are complaints of frontal headaches or frontotemporal headaches, on the side. And sometimes too occipital headaches.
Just at the back.
Just at the back. So if these children complains of this, it means that you have to send them to the eye clinic for assessment. Others too would have to experience extreme sensitivity to light. So what we term as photophobia. They become very, very sensitive to light. Sorry. All right.
Okay.
So they also experience sensitivity to light. So that is also an indication that you have to send your child to the eye clinic for assessment. Now, aside this, some also tends to have teary eyes. They tend to tear a lot, and there's also an indication. And you see some of the children too, they have their eyes turned either outward or inward. So that is strabismus.
Again?
Strabismus.
Okay.
Or what we popularly will say, "Meshem baby," or "look me."
Okay.
Yes. So they will start developing that.
So sorry, let me cut in. With this particular one, the in quotes, "look me," is it that from birth you don't have that, but gradually the eye begins to turn that way, or it's right from birth?
It's either way. Some of the children, when they are born with it, others too acquire it as they age.
Okay.
Yes, and all these things, refractive error can cause it, depending on the magnitude or the degree.
Okay.
It can cause the deviation. Let me put it that way: deviation, either deviation or the strabismus. It can cause the deviation. So once you see this, you must send your child to the eye clinic for their eyes to be assessed. You see, a lot of times, parents think that my child is too young to wear glasses. No. Even some of the children as early as 1 or 2 years, we may have to put them in glasses. This is to protect or save their sight.
1 or 2 years.
Yes. If the need be, if it is necessary, if you want to preserve their sight, you have to put them in glasses, so that their vision remains intact. at that point, they are still in the critical period where something can be done about it to improve it. But if you should wait till they cross 6 or 8 years, now it becomes very, very difficult to deal with.
Okay.
So when they are below 8 years, something can be done to improve on their sight.
Okay.
And what is important is that they will have their clear vision. And also we call something neurophysiological input. Now, this means that when the child needs clear vision, yeah, so once you are seeing well, that is when the nerves in the eye responsible for us to see forms well.
Okay.
Yes, that's when it forms well. If the child is not seeing well, the brain might adapt to that state. And when the brain adapts to that stage, it becomes difficult for you to reverse that state.
I see the importance now.
Yeah, so wearing glasses is very, very, very important.
It's not fashion.
It's not fashion. Well, some can, our part of the world, that's where we have the sunlight, a lot. So, and this contains harmful rays. So, if nothing at all, we should be protecting our eyes.
Yeah.
So, you can have these photochromic lenses or Polaroid lenses to protect your eyes.
So, but I mean, in this case for the kids, it's not just a fashion for them, but it's to preserve their eyesight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all
exactly
right.
so.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. You have another shout out from Mrs. Tricia Tay. Mrs. Tricia, thank you for joining us. Today we are privileged to have Dr. ASRIFI join us, and we are discussing refractive error correction in a bit to also join in, celebrate or creating awareness about this together with the Ghana Optometric Association. So you've not missed much. We've just touched on the types of refractive errors, and we're looking at some of the symptoms, how to identify them, especially amongst our kids, and not to just show them off that hard during the casadodo. But once we see these petty signs and things, it means they're having issues with their vision, and we quickly need to take them in to see the optometrist for an assessment and quickly correct the condition that they may be having or developing. And Doc has made us understand that it's easier and it helps better in kids. We don't wait for them to cross the age of 8. It makes it very difficult to manage the conditions above 8 years. But when they are below 8, then it can be easily corrected, especially because they are still developing, their cells are still growing, and the nerves or the brain hasn't adapted to that situation yet. But if we sit and wait longer with the condition, then the brain adapts to it, and then that's it. It makes it very, very difficult to correct these things. So let's take note of that. Okay, Doc, so let's continue. Now we've understood these signs and symptoms. When you were talking about more of the symptoms, you were referring to children. What about the adults?
Yeah, so the adults too will experience the same
Similar
thing,
things, okay.
Similar things. But then with the adults, I would say that it depends on the magnitude. Some of them are able to accommodate it, and they may want to, carry through their daily activities. But they will see that at a point, when they have to do a longer, reading, longer, near work activities, that's when they realize that they may also have to experience severe headaches. Yeah, some of them are very severe that they may think that there is something happening in their brain. But, at times they will go through these medical checks and realize that nothing is being found. But then they will be referred to the eye clinic, and you realize that, you have refractive error and you have to be in glasses. And they say, is that so? I've gone around doing MRI and all that, and nothing was found. That's good. I am not saying that anytime that you have headaches, come to the eye clinic. So it's better that you go through the stages of the cycle in the hospital where you are seen, and if there is anything that can be eliminated, it's done. For the glasses, when you're adult, we can always come back to it. So it's better we, rule out any tumors, any hemorrhages that are in the brain that can also cause the headaches.
Yeah.
Or if you're hypertensive, we have to eliminate that because that one too can cause you the headaches. Yeah, so after all these things are done, then if nothing is found, then you can come to the eye for you to be examined. Yes, so this is also so important. And again, with those who are 40 years and above, so they also tend to have difficulty reading. So the moment you realize that things that you could formerly read now becomes difficult, you're unable to read, is an indication that you are having presbyopia.
Okay.
And you must come to the eye clinic for you to assess, and then we get to the management plan. Good. Again, those with adults with refractive errors, they tend to be also experience the photophobic that we talk about. They become more sensitive to light. Yes, even some have difficulty driving in the night. You realize that some of them, their vision becomes very poor in the night. So this is also an indication that there could be a refractive error which needs to be corrected. Yes. So all these things are there for you to know. And if you don't do it, it tends to affect your daily activities. I mean, your productivity gets affected. So it's important that this gets corrected. Once you notice some of these things, it's an indication that you have to come to the eye clinic for you to be checked.
Exactly. I remember, so was it somewhere last year or last 2 years? I was having headaches like that, and I had to visit you. And we had to rule out a lot of things. I thought it was an eye issue. I came in and realized it wasn't an eye issue. So it's good to have yourself checked when you have any of these suspicions. It's better to save yourself than for it to go worse and nothing can be done about it. I remember one time when we discussed glaucoma, for instance, when you lose the eye, that's it. The nerves are gone.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do anything about it.
I mean, I can't imagine losing sight.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to affect everything about you. So it's very important we pay attention to these things, and especially for the kids as well, not to what's the right word to use?
You see,
I mean, don't push them aside or say, oh, how dream do. Let's be concerned. You are too young to wear
glasses.
And why is he always sitting in front of the screens? They are all indications that the doctor has mentioned to us. So please, let's pay attention to our kids. They are our future.
Yes.
And we need to take good care of them.
And let me be emphatic here.
Please.
A lot of people don't know that refractive error can even cause blindness.
Tell us about it.
And this is an avoidable, we call something avoidable blindness. So just with the use of glasses,
Could have avoided.
yeah, you could have avoided the blindness. And it's now a leading thing that globally. Refractive error is one of the things that can be avoided when it comes to blindness. But a lot of people are suffering from it. Some are encountering, low vision. Their vision has become impaired when nothing can be done about it, especially with those with amblyopia and all that. So refractive error can cause what? Blindness. Especially with those with we call something pathological myopia or degenerative myopia. So when the myopia or those who are short-sightedness keeps on progressing, and this can cause a tear on the retina because the eyeball is still stretching. So it can lead to cracks, and it can lead to what? Blindness.
No one should get to this point.
Yeah, so refractive error, when you correct it early, so it's called the earlier the better.
True.
Yeah, so we should be able to, take our wards. It should be part of our care.
So how often should we go for eye checkups?
You see, a lot of times I place more priority on the kids.
The kids, okay.
Than the adult, because with the kids, you can always do something to help them. So as soon as a child is born, their eyes are assessed by the midwives. So when the child is 3 months, the eyes needs to be checked, because from birth to 3 months, a lot of changes do occur. So we need to assess the child's eye. And then from 3 to 6 months to a lot of changes do occur. We need to do that again.
Okay.
And then from 6 to 1 year, we still have to check the child's eye. And then thereafter, we can do yearly checks.
Checkups. Okay.
Yes, we can do yearly checkups. So the child is about 8 years. That is when we assume that the eye has fully what? Formed. Yeah. So if you are an adult and then you come to an eye clinic and then the doctor do the assessment and realize that probably everything is fine. So if everything is fine, then we can now check or tell you that, okay, come for eye checkups maybe once a year or once every 2 years.
Okay.
So by then, you are cleared or you are certified that, okay, I can now check my eye every 2 years or once every 2 years. Meaning that everything is fine.
Sure.
But you don't just assume that everything is fine.
You stay back.
And then you stay, you go away, then you come back 10 years. Because if something is happening, it needs to be arrested early.
Yeah.
Exactly so. So it should be part of our care.
Our
I mean,
daily
we
care.
have to be deliberate about it.
True, we have to. So to our mummies and daddies, doc says at birth the midwives do the checks. Then 3 months we take our children in. The 6th month, 1 year. Then afterwards the doctor may tell you every 2 years. Oh no, he said 8 years. After 8 years,
Yes.
then they can do it every 2 years. So please, let's kindly take note of that. If you've never taken your child for eye assessment, please, from tomorrow, let's make time and take our kids in for them to have their eyes assessed. And praise God if there's nothing wrong with the eye. If there's something wrong to at that tender age, as we've learned today, it can be corrected easily and quickly before it gets worse. Okay, now, so Doc, we've seen the symptoms, we've identified them. Now, what can be done about it? If it's myopic, if it's astigmatism, if it's farsightedness, whichever of these errors, when detected, what can be done about it?
Yes. So when these conditions or errors are detected, I mean, their management or their treatment are available.
Okay.
So first of all, we tend to use spectacles to correct these errors. And in a way, or all that we're trying to do is that to make you see well.
Better. Okay.
Or see better. So we can use glasses to correct it. So if someone is short-sightedness, it means that that person cannot see from far. So there's something we call the total power of the eye should be about 60. So if someone with short-sightedness comes to your clinic and then you do the assessment, you realize that always the power in the eye is higher than the normal, than the 60. So with this, what you are trying to do is that because the strength of the eye is higher than normal, so we tend to reduce it so that it can give them a clearer vision. So in reducing, we use minus lenses.
Okay.
Because remember, we said that this is higher than normal.
Expected.
So we are using minus lenses to reduce it to the normal, which should be what? 60.
60.
Now, you have a different patient who is also long-sightedness. With them, what happens is that their strength of the eyeball is lower or is less than normal. Again, what you are going to do is that because this is less, you have to add up.
Increase the power.
Yeah, so you have to increase the strength of the eyeball so that they can get to normal. So when they are wearing the glasses, and then someone who does not need glasses, who is emetropia or has a normal vision, when I'm wearing the glasses and I'm corrected, it means that what a normal eye should see in my glasses, I should be able to see
it. Okay.
Yeah, so now we have come
You
to
have
the
power
same
now.
level.
Sure.
Those with presbyopia, what happens is that now the lens in the eye, the lens in the eye has become hard. Remember, this lens is very, very, very flexible.
Okay.
Very, very flexible. And this one generates the power in the eye so that we can see at various distances.
Okay.
Now, with presbyopia, the lens has become hard. It's not able to change its shape easily. Now, the more this lens curves or bulges, then the more power it generates.
Okay.
So now this lens is not able to bulge or curve more.
Because it's hardened.
Yes, to give you that power. It means that there's a deficit.
Okay.
So the deficit is what we go through the process of refraction and then determine what you are lagging. Then we can add to it.
Okay.
So that now you can still read as if you are 20 years. Good. The third one or the fourth one is those with what? Astigmatism. And then that one can be a combination of short-sightedness and then long-sightedness. So we correct the two at the same time.
How do you do that?
Yeah, so I talk about the fact that there are two meridian on the cornea.
Okay.
So we have the vertical and then we have the horizontal.
Okay.
So if the power in the vertical is not the same as the power on the horizontal, then we have astigmatism. Remember, those with short-sightedness means that the power is the same all round. Those with long-sightedness, the power on the cornea is the same all round.
Okay.
Now, those with astigmatism, the power is not the same all round. So it means that they will need a cylindrical lens so that we can correct it
All around.
at the same time.
Okay.
So that's what they would also need for
Correct,
us to
yes.
correct it.
Okay.
And aside the glasses, we call something contact lens. That one lies directly on the eye. And there's an indication for it. Before someone gets the contact lens, there should be assessment done on the individual to see that they qualify for the contact lens.
Okay.
Some patients, per their refractive error, they will need contact lenses.
The glasses wouldn't help.
The glasses might not help them too much. But when you give them contact lenses, it makes them see better. Even though your assessment is showing that there's an indication for you to give them the contact lens. You have to do assessment for contact lens again, whether they are viable or whether they qualify to use contact lens.
Okay. So
that one, you want to find out if they have allergies, if they have dry eye issues, if they have any infections in the eye. So the fact that you need contact lens doesn't mean that we should prescribe you
ahead
and then use the contact lens. Because if you don't do this assessment and you hurriedly give them the contact lens, you are welcoming further infections.
Which is going to worsen their
Yes,
condition.
which is going to worsen their condition. And one thing here is comfort. In whatever that we are doing, even dispensing glasses, one key thing is comfort.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm not just looking at the clarity. Because if I'm giving you a lens that is going to make you see well, and you are not comfortable in it, you are likely not to use it.
Definitely.
So we consider these two things, try to balance them, so that you can see well and still have your comfort. So with the contact lens, if the individual will not qualify for contact lens, you have to resort them to use glasses. If the individual qualifies per your assessment, then you can go ahead for them to use the contact lens. And you have to educate them on how to use the contact lens.
Okay.
Good. Aside the use of the contact lens too, there's something we call laser treatment. So that's
surgical.
So that one is basically a refractive surgery.
Okay.
Yes, but then this one you're not going to see blood and all that. No. refractive surgery. So refractive surgery, so we are just using laser. Yeah, so using laser to, the focus here is on the cornea. Some individuals, they have steeper cornea.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, so they are the ones with the short-sightedness. And if their power or the strength of their refractive error exceeds 10, then they can qualify to use a contact lens.
Okay.
Yes, but then some will want them to resort to the use of their conventional glasses. So if the cornea here is steeper, it's much steeper than expected. So what the laser is going to do is that you make an opening in the first layer of the cornea, which is epithelium. So you make a cut, or you reduce the size. Okay, so you are going to take some content out, so that you make it less steeper. So there's a calibration that and tells you how much you should take out. So once you do that, then what you are trying to do, remember I talked about curvatures.
Yeah.
So curvatures, depending on how it is curved, determines the power. Now we are taking some out to reduce the steepness or reduce the curvature. So it means that we are reducing the power. With them, the power in the eye is high. So we are reducing the curvature to reduce the power in the eye. That is, we are approaching the 60 that we want. Ordinarily, they would have gone for a minus lens. And this time around, the minus lens is to reduce. But this time around, we are using laser to reduce it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that they can get to the optimum level that we expect them to see.
Okay.
Another form of the treatment, which doesn't come straightforward, is again the use of the contact lens. That is to control the myopia.
Okay.
So that one, we still use contact lens, but we use the rigid gas contact lens. It's a hard one. So we have soft contact lens and then we have hard contact lens. So this one, we use the hard one.
Okay.
So that one, you are using the contact lens, we call it the autokeratology. So you are using the contact lens to actually reduce the steepness of the cornea. So that one, the patient will have to sleep overnight with it. So that it's like you are putting more pressure on the cornea to reduce the steepness.
So that they don't take it off at all, or there will be a point where they have
Yeah,
to
of
take
course,
it
they
off.
may have to take it off. So that one, when you get to the level that you want, then you stop. So you are using the contact lens to cause pressure on the cornea to actually reduce the steepness. So that this one, you are not using surgery, refractive surgery. You are not using laser. We are using contact lens to control the myopia.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, these are the main treatment
To correct this condition.
to correct refractive errors.
Okay. So with the laser treatment, can someone decide that instead of the glasses or the lens, where you have to do an assessment and check their viability, I wouldn't want to go through all that, so I want the surgery?
Yeah.
Do you
so
readily accept that, or that it also comes with conditions where you have to assess to check if they are viable for the surgery or not?
yes, you need to be assessed that whether you'll be a good candidate for the surgery. Though the fact that the surgery is there doesn't mean that you welcome everyone and then do it for them.
For them.
Yeah, so there are certain degree of errors that would allow you to go through the surgery.
Okay.
For instance, if I'm wearing glasses and I need a power of -1, and then someone needs a power of -7, of course we are not the same.
No.
So you just wearing -1 glasses will make you okay. By me, when I'm wearing glasses of -7, probably the lens is going to be thicker. Even now, there are technologies to make it to make it more thin or make it less thicker. So that if you are wearing -1, and I'm wearing -7, there will be
you
no
don't really
difference.
see a difference there.
Yes, but if we are to subject ourselves to the refractive surgery, me that I need the -7 will be a more candidate or
To go
suitable
one for
the
that.
surgery, depending on how, because how my cornea is steep is different from yours.
Exactly.
So if you are -1, we'll not subject you to the
surgery. The glasses or the lens, contact
the
lens may be
glasses.
sufficient.
Yeah, the contact lens should be enough for you to use.
Okay. All right. I'm going to check if I have some questions in there. Okay. So we have more people joining us. We have Ninam. Says Dr. ASRIFI, you do all. Thank you, Ninam, for joining us, and thank you for your comment as well. Men's GTM says, Dr. ASRIFI, well explained. So it means our audience are following and they are getting what you're saying clearly. There's a question here from Men's. He says, does the contact lens has effect on long usage?
Long use of the contact lens.
Yes.
I would say yes and no.
Okay.
So if you are using the contact lens and you are doing it right, you can use it for 20 years.
Okay, so let me pause you here. If you say we are doing it right, what do you mean by doing it right?
Well, there are instructions
to
use a contact lens. We have the extended wear and then we have the daily disposable. So the extended wear means that you can use that one contact lens probably continuously for 3 months.
Okay.
But the daily disposable means that every day that you wear the contact lens, you have to take it off and throw it away. So each time that you put it on, you don't go and put it back in their vial. So they come in vials where you have to store the contact lens.
Yes, okay.
So the daily disposables are already stored in their vials. So you split open it, and then you have to first of all wash your hands.
Clean.
You have to wash. That is very, very, very important. You have to wash your hands. And then because the daily disposables are already in their solution, so you wash your hands and then you fit it on. So even fitting it on, we have to teach you how to use it.
Do it.
Now, if you have these measures, right, then you can use your contact lens, for 30 years, 40 years without any problem, because you know how to take good care of it.
Okay.
So if someone does not know how to take good care of the contact lens, there will be always infection.
You're going to have problems.
You're going to have, the eye is very, very sensitive. It will react to it, with the shortest possible of time. And that eye can be infected. The moment we see an infection, we have to stop you from using a contact lens. If you don't also follow instructions, don't use your contact lens to swim. And then you go and then have your contact lens on and then go and swim. You are introducing infection. Yeah, so, putting the right measures in place.
You must follow the instructions.
You must follow the instructions.
Okay, thank you so much. GT Mens, I hope you've been answered. If you have any questions for Doc, kindly put it in the chat and he will readily answer them. I believe we really touched on a lot of things concerning this refractive error. I personally have learned a lot. I've learned a lot today, and it's also been a refresher course for me. Thank you, Doc, so much for that. Maybe there are one or two myths concerning refractive error that you want to clarify before we go.
Yeah, so children with refractive error, refractive error tends to, especially those with short-sightedness, it tends to progress. And this can be controlled. So some child or some patient will start with maybe -1. So the progression continues till they get to adolescenthood. So this period, you can control the myopia. There's a new way to go about it. That is, you can use atropine to control it with a low dose of about 0.5% to control the progression. You can also use the autokeratology to also control the progression. the key thing here is that never think that your child is too young to wear glasses. And someone was saying that, oh, my dad was 60 years and never wore glasses. I am 45, I've never worn glasses.
So how come this child?
Why can this child? I mean, we are not the same. Our genetic makeups are not the same. So if the child needs glasses, please let the doctors do their job and then give them the glasses. It's for their good. It's for their good. We are not just there to dispense glasses. Ede abe ejuma nti wa be bia anye
Beji bako.
asa ye chiche adie na bi se wo hia ye mfa ma se wo hia ye de be ma.
Okay,
Good. And we should all try as much as possible to take our wards to the eye clinic for assessment.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Doc. You talking about this today? I've been noticing this. I've had discussions on it. Screen time.
Yeah.
It's a big one for me. And I notice a lot of kids are now so glued to phones. And it gives parents some peace when they are away with their phones. But then this increased screen time is, I don't want to say it's a threat, but then it's becoming a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it in any way related to any of these refractive errors, or can it introduce refractive error?
So it can introduce refractive error, but less than what we anticipated some years ago, because now there's a lot of research that has gone on. It can induce refractive error, but not as what we thought some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, so continuous near work, the child is always behind the tablet or the phone, and they always have it close to them. So it means that they are spending much time doing near work, because the parent wants, free time to do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this continuous near work can make them more short-sightedness. And with this, I will counter it with the fact that we have to encourage our children to have more outdoor activities. Yes, first, you should say, could be pillow,
Pimp na
police
and thief,
yes. So the outdoor games help them a lot, so that their refractive errors, they don't become more short-sightedness.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'm glad I remembered this and asked this question, because when I always see the kids buried, adults too have their heads buried on their phones, always on their screen. The screen time has increased a lot, and thank you for clarifying that for us. I believe we've learned a lot today. I don't see any more questions in the chat. Okay, there's one more. I think we can take this and then we'll wrap up for today. It says, can the contact lens help someone with cataract?
No. If you have cataract, there are two ways. We'll first of all have to do, it may depend on the magnitude or the density of the cataract. So if it is matured, of course, you have no option than to go for cataract surgery.
Okay.
So contact lens doesn't even come in with respect to what? Cataract.
Cataract.
So if you have cataract, the treatment is surgery.
Surgery. Lens doesn't help.
In some situations, glasses may help, but we will not substitute that with contact lens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Doc. Okay. So my lovely viewers, I believe today we have learned a lot about refractive error, and from here we'll take good care of our eyes, and we'll also pay attention especially to our kids. Don't relate it to only your kids or nephews and nieces with you at home. It could be that of friends, family in the neighborhood. If you notice any of these symptoms, you can prompt their parents or their guidance that they need to have their children's eyes assessed, and if there's any such condition, it can be quickly addressed for them. I really appreciate you all for always making time on your Sunday afternoons to join us on the Health Talk show. I've learned a lot, and I believe you also out there learning a lot, and you also continue to educate people whatever you learn here on this channel. So this has been Health Talk on Promise City TV, and we were privileged to have Dr. Isaac ASRIFI, an optometrist, to help us understand refractive errors and how it can be corrected. And before we log off, I would like to appreciate once again and first, before our sponsors, our very own mother, General Overseer and founder of Promise City TV and Promise Land Faith Ministries, in the person of Apostle Mrs. Bernice Ajiman Prempe. She has given us this great opportunity, and this vision was by her to have this channel to educate us and also help us grow our faith. And so on this channel we have a lineup of activities. Starting on Monday is online Bible studies at 7 p.m. and then on Tuesdays from Tuesday all through to Friday is visitation hour with our mother, Apostle Mrs. Bernice Ajiman Prempe. On Wednesdays we have exhortation hour with Erabi, our sister Erabi. And then on Thursdays is inspirational hour with Pastor Jessica. And of course, every Sunday at 4 p.m. right here on this channel is Health Talk on Promise City TV. And for Promise Land Faith Ministries, if you happen to be in any of these vicinities, you can always join us for fellowship. So at the Tema Committee 1, behind the Goil Filling Station is the Faith Temple. And then at Ashama Atadeka is the Victory Temple. And at Dojum is the Dominion Temple. So at Faith Temple, we meet every Wednesday at 9 a.m. for Faith Hour. And then on Sundays in the morning at 9 a.m. for Victory Service. In the evening, there's another Victory Service, but that takes place at the Victory Temple located at Ashama Atadeka. Every Friday, we come your way with manifestation half night starting at 9 p.m. at the Faith Temple located at Tema Community 1 behind the Goil Filling Station. So you are always welcome to join us for any of our programs online on PCTV or in person at any of our temples, as I've mentioned earlier. So to acknowledge our sponsors, first and foremost we have ABBA Partners, who are the main sponsors of the Your Salvation is Now Crusade. And if you want to be part of this partnership, that's ABBA Partners, you can contact the numbers that are showing on your screen to be part of this partnership. We also have Ben Benny Travel and Consult. So that's ABBA Partners contact on your screen. You can call and then know about this partnership and be one of them. We also have Benbeni Travel and Consult, and they handle any travel documents. If you need a visa to any country, if you need, in fact, the first thing is your passports to travel. If you don't have a passport and need a passport, they can assist you to acquire the passports. If you need any travel documents, they can also assist you to get the right documentation from the right sources and at the right fees, applicable charges. No kululu things in there. So you can call them or locate them at Osuforiko Mall to assist you to get that. We also have Lightest Media, who are into photography and videography. So if you need any of these services for any event at all, you can call them. If you want your brands, any souvenirs done for you, printing, you name it, anything that's linked to media, you can call them and they will attend to that for you. Their numbers are also displayed on the screen. And then we also nourished here by Hemco Enterprise, supplying us with water. So if you need water for your event at all, you can call them. They are located at Tema Community 2 and also located at Dowenya. They can deliver right to your doorstep. We also have rope automations. They are into plants and batch making. They are located at Ajin Kotoku Amasaman. Their numbers are also displayed on the screen. You can call them and discuss any of the needs that you have with them. Prezi Logistics handles freight for you, imports or exports or door-to-door services. You can call her or you can meet her at her premises. She is located also at Temakomti 2 and she is behind the Hunch Catering Services. We also have Decovas Enterprise, who handles all decor for any event at all. It could be a business or corporate event. It could be a family event, engagement, weddings, outdoor events, birthday parties, you name them. She's ready to handle all the decor needs for you. She's also located at Temakomti 2, opposite the Committee 2 post office. Her numbers are also on the screen and you can call her. Last but not the least, we have Crash Makeovers. They do makeup, they do hair. So if you need to get your hair fixed or that of your kids, they can handle your kids well for you. You don't need to take them anywhere. No pain, no stress. They are the best at it. You can locate them at Temakomti 1 or you can call them with the numbers showing and they will direct you to their place. Okay, so thank you for joining us once again today for the Health Talk. And today we had a discussion on refractive error. If you are just joining us, don't worry at all. The link is available. You can always revisit and then get to hear what we had discussed today. And we're privileged to have Dr. Isaac ASRIFI, who is an optometrist, to join us, whilst we also join our voice in creating the awareness as the Ghana Optometric Association has been doing this past week on refractive error. We've learned a lot and I'm sure you've also done same and you are going out there well informed with the relevant information to be the best at this. So thank you once again, and until same time next week, please take very good care of yourself. If you have never gone for eye checkup, please make time this week. If you've not done that for your kids as well, please make time and do that for them this week. Be safe and God bless you. Bye.
But if you forgive men, not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. It means say yamfa efoforo boni anchoma. Some pine our bone, Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy
kingdom in vain.
Is in vain.
Wow.
So without forgiveness, without letting go, we have a lot of disadvantages. But the main one is that yeninyankopon yenyankofano
yeninyankopon ayonkofa
yeninyankopon ayonkofa, because Christo sum kwano a very difficult road, very 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 difficult. Jesus can say narrow is the way.
Christo sum
very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yes. Or say narrow is the way and straight is the gate that leads to salvation. And a difficult path because of betrayals, because of backstabbing, disloyalty. Because quantity until be nice so obi pian obi push obi by all means obey obi and then life for the Emma mena